The introduction to the Roman Empire battles serves as the foundational framework for understanding the vast and complex military history of one of history's greatest empires. This concept involves defining the Roman Empire's engagement in battles that were not only pivotal for territorial expansion, but also essential for the influence and legacy of Roman civilization over a period stretching from 27 BCE to 476 CE. Roman battles were central to the empire's expansion strategy and determined the geopolitical landscapes of Europe, North Africa, and parts of Asia. These skirmishes are significant as they shaped the course of Western civilization, contributing to the political structures, culture, and engineering innovations that persisted long after the empire's decline. Two quintessential examples of Roman battles include the Battle of Teutoburg Forest in 9 CE and the Battle of Adrianople in 378 CE. The former was a devastating defeat for Rome, where 3 Roman legions were ambushed and destroyed by Germanic tribes, effectively halting further Roman expansion into Germany. In contrast, the Battle of Adrianople marked a critical shift in Roman military dominance. The defeat by the Goths exposed vulnerabilities in Roman military strategy and is often cited as a prelude to the eventual fall of the Western Roman Empire. These battles illustrate the high stakes and significant consequences of Roman military engagements, which were not only displays of power, but also tests of strategic and tactical evolution. Opinions on the importance of Roman battles vary, but many historians agree that these conflicts were instrumental in disseminating Roman laws, culture, and technology across the known world. This integration significantly influenced the development of subsequent European cultures. However, controversies persist over the ethics of Roman imperialism, given the widespread violence and subjugation involved in their expansionist campaigns. Alternative viewpoints may highlight the resilience and eventual triumph of the various other cultures that resisted Roman dominance, thereby preventing a total Roman hegemony. The study of Roman battles connects deeply to other aspects of the empire, such as its political structure, leadership dynamics, and socio-economic conditions. Military success often correlated with periods of political stability and economic prosperity, while losses typically triggered internal strife and reform. Understanding these battles, their causes, tactics, and outcomes provides invaluable insights into the broader functionalities of the Roman Empire and its lasting impact on global history. Thus, these battles are not isolated incidents, but integral elements of the empire's narrative, influencing numerous facets of Roman and world history. The heading "Early Conflicts and Expansion" refers to the initial period of military engagements and territorial growth of the Roman Empire, which set the stage for its transformation from a regional power into a dominant empire. This era, spanning from the late 1st century BCE to the early 1st century CE, was marked by Rome's aggressive campaigns to consolidate control over the Italian peninsula, gain dominance over neighboring regions, and secure its borders against rival powers. The significance of this period lies in its foundational role in establishing the Roman Empire's extensive reach and influence. As Rome expanded, it incorporated diverse cultures and resources, which contributed to its economic growth, military prowess, and cultural diffusion. These early conflicts laid the groundwork for the political and structural organization that would sustain the empire for centuries. Two notable examples illustrate this phase. The Social War, 91-88 BCE, where Rome fought against its Italian allies, leading to the extension of Roman citizenship beyond the city, significantly expanding Rome's influence throughout the peninsula. Another example is the Gallic Wars, 58-50 BCE, led by Julius Caesar, which resulted in the conquest of Gaul. modern-day France, and further demonstrated Rome's military strength and strategic acumen. These victories solidified Rome's control over crucial territories and gateways to other European regions. Supporters of Roman expansion often highlight the benefits of unifying the Mediterranean under one rule, citing the relative peace and prosperity known as the Pax Romana that followed these early conquests. However, there are challenges and controversies associated with this concept. The expansion often involved brutal subjugation and exploitation of conquered peoples, leading to long-lasting tensions and resistance. Moreover, the military focus and dependence on expansion for economy sometimes overextended Rome's resources, contributing to internal instability. Despite these challenges, early conflicts and expansion crucially interconnected with other aspects of the Roman Empire. They fostered military innovations, such as the development of the Roman legion, and influenced Roman politics and governance by altering power dynamics between competing factions within Rome. These expansions also facilitated cultural exchanges and the spread of Roman law, infrastructure, and urban planning, with lasting impacts on European and Mediterranean civilizations. In essence, the early conflicts and expansion phase was pivotal in shaping the Roman Empire, influencing its trajectory and legacy. The significant battles during the Julio-Claudian Dynasty, spanning from 27 BCE to 68 CE, reflect a formative period for the Roman Empire under its first 5 emperors: Augustus, Tiberius, Caligula, Claudius, and Nero. Emerging from civil wars into a period of relative stability, this era was characterized by territorial expansion and consolidation of Roman control. These battles were not just military engagements, but pivotal moments that shaped the political and cultural landscape of the empire. The significance of these battles lies in their role in establishing and securing the boundaries of the Roman Empire, thereby facilitating a period often referred to as Pax Romana, or Roman peace. 2 exemplary battles during this era include the Battle of Teutoburg Forest and the Roman conquest of Britain. In the Battle of Teutoburg Forest, 9 CE, a coalition of Germanic tribes led by Arminius ambushed and destroyed 3 Roman legions, marking a devastating loss and halting further Roman expansion into Germania. This battle underscored the limits of Roman influence and the challenges of governing distant territories. On the other hand, the Roman conquest of Britain, initiated under Emperor Claudius in 43 CE, expanded Rome's dominion and showcased its ability to integrate new lands into the empire. Opinions about these battles vary. Supporters of the Julio-Claudian military strategies argue that these engagements were crucial for the empire's growth and stability, showcasing Roman military prowess and strategic governance. Critics, however, point to the heavy human cost and the strategic overreach illustrated by the setbacks in Germania, which exposed vulnerabilities in Roman armies and logistics. Controversially, the Julio-Claudian approach to warfare also involved heavy reliance on client states and alliances, which sometimes created unstable dependencies. This era was marked by political intrigue and assassination, events often tied to military failures and discontent within the ranks, highlighting challenges in maintaining a vast empire. These battles were not isolated incidents, but influenced broader aspects of Roman society, including economic prosperity through the establishment of trade routes and the spread of Roman culture and law across Europe and beyond. Moreover, military successes and failures during this time informed subsequent Roman strategies and policies, setting precedents for future emperors. In essence, the significant battles of the Julio-Claudian dynasty encapsulated the dual nature of Roman expansion: ambitious and transformative, yet fraught with challenges that would echo throughout the empire's history. Military innovations and strategies played a crucial role in the Roman Empire's ability to conquer and control vast territories from 27 BCE to 476 CE. This concept encompasses the development and implementation of advanced weaponry, tactical formations, and logistical systems that allowed Roman legions to dominate on the battlefield. The significance of military innovations and strategies to the Roman Empire is immense, as these advancements not only facilitated the expansion of the empire, but also ensured its longevity through effective defense mechanisms and power projection. One notable example of Roman military innovation is the manipular legion system, which replaced the earlier phalanx formation. This system was highly flexible and consisted of units, maniples, that could maneuver independently, enhancing both offense and defense in diverse terrains and against various types of enemies. Another significant innovation was the development of military engineering techniques, as exemplified by the construction of roads, fortifications, and siege equipment like ballistae and catapults. These advancements allowed Roman forces to move swiftly, maintain supplies, and besiege resistant cities effectively. Numerous historians and military analysts commend the Romans for these strategies, pointing out that their organizational skill and logistical prowess laid the groundwork for modern military operations. The ideas of strategic depth, supply chain management, and engineering excellence find echoes in contemporary military doctrines. Despite these achievements, challenges and controversies persist regarding Rome's military innovations and strategies. Some scholars argue that the reliance on superior tactics and engineering masked deeper economic and political issues within the empire. The high cost of maintaining such a military apparatus eventually strained Rome's resources, contributing to the empire's decline. Additionally, there are debates about the ethical implications of some Roman strategies, such as their brutal suppression of uprisings and the extensive use of slavery. These military innovations directly influenced other aspects of the Roman Empire, including its social structure and political dynamics. The success of the Roman legions and military traditions strengthened the authority of emperors and military leaders, leading to a society where military prowess was often linked to political power. Furthermore, the infrastructure developed for military purposes also facilitated trade, communication, and cultural exchange, weaving together the diverse regions of the Roman Empire. Overall, military innovations and strategies were integral not only to Rome's military success, but also to its cultural and political evolution, establishing a legacy that continues to impact military and strategic thinking today.